Okay, let's now configure the server. The first thing you need to do is log in. Of course, if we press Ctrl Alt and Delete, we would bring up the task manager on the real machine. So the secret is to use the right hand control key and delete. We log in with our password, and there we have server up and running. It's a matter of preference, but I quite like to have my computer being shown on the desktop. It's one of the tools you'll use a lot, and it's very handy to get to. The first thing you need to do is give your server a static IP address. So I'm from Control Panel. We will go to Network and Internet and Network and Sharing Center. We want to change the adapter setting, and to make things easier later, let's rename that connection to be the internal connection. Once that's done, bring up the properties and the IP version 4 properties. We want to key in an IP address, and I'm going to use 172.16.1.1. The subnet mask will fill itself in, and the default gateway will leave blank for the moment. The one important thing we must do is point to the DNS server that's going to be installed on this machine later. So we will key in the loopback address of 127.0.0.1, and that will give us a set of settings that will work on this machine. The second thing we need to do is give the computer a suitable name. So we'll right click Computer and Properties, and down in the computer name box we will choose Change Settings and the Change option. And at the moment the machine has a random name, and we will give it something a lot more suitable. When we OK this, the machine will insist on a reboot, and we will do that now. Now that the server has rebooted and we've logged back in, we need to promote this machine to become a domain controller. We'll go to the Start menu and Run, and we'll type in DCPromo, DCPromo. This will launch the wizard, and it will take a few seconds to install everything required. Okay, now that everything's loaded, let's complete the wizard. We'll be creating a new domain in a new forest, and we will supply the fully qualified domain name. In my case, it's going to be ken.co.uk. The wizard will check the name isn't already in use on the network. It will verify that our NetBIOS name is suitable, and will ask us which level of security we want to install. As we're using Windows 7, it's quite safe to choose Windows Server 2008 Release 2. As it has found no DNS server, it has added the option to install this as we go. And again, it says it cannot find a DNS server. Do you wish to continue? And we will say yes. The location for the database and log files we will leave as default, and we will enter a restore mode password, and to keep things simple we will use the same one as the admin password that we used earlier. There then is a summary screen, and the installation will start, and we will tick reboot on completion to allow it to progress further once it's logged back in again. So again, nothing we can do but wait. Now that the server's rebooted and we've logged back in, we need to check that the upgrade has been successful. So again, right click Computer Properties, and we will find that the computer name is now server.ken.co.uk. If we try to change any of the settings, we will find we're unable to do this because it is a domain controller. A second quick check is to make sure that on the Start menu Administration Tools you have all the directory services utilities that we will need later.